Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and this is a new vlog week. It is currently Wednesday, October 9th, and I'm going to start stitching soon, I promise. It's already after 10 o'clock. No, I've got a few stitches in. So I'm working on the Never Ending Cycle by Hands On Design. This is from her laundry series. There's 3 of them. This is the first one. Wow, sorry. Okay, so I am working on this for, daily 30. It needed, with the extra credit, needed something to do with cleaning. A vacuum, a mop, a laundry. So I need to put 200 stitches in for that. I believe that's all it's going to fit. Pretty sure. Let me see. But I have other projects set up ready to go, if that is the case, and it looks like it is. So I need to figure out what that is. I don't think I'm going to do that challenge. Cheryl has a challenge that has like 14 colors involved. I just so my next, well, here, let me show you where I got to on Deck the Halls last night. Of course, that was part of last week's video, but I can still show you where I got to. I got my 700 stitches put in for a bunch of different challenges, and this is where it's currently at. Of course, I'm going to knock the broom over. And my phone off. So here it is. That's where I got to. That tree's almost completely done. I just need to finish putting the ornaments on it. Got this tree mostly done. So cute. Okay. And so then, after I finish, I need to take that off the keys now. After I finish laundry cycle, or the never ending cycle, I'm going to work on, what's this called? Living with Charm by Lizzie Kate. This is what I've gotten so far. I'm doing this for, something to do with bedtime, because the first word is dream, and you do that when you are asleep in your bed. And also, I will be working on it towards the murder mystery retreat thing, because those people that talked to Daisy, which I didn't do, who ran and then talked to Daisy, they as a collaborative have to stitch 7,000 stitches, but I get to move on because I chose to investigate. We found, I forgot what we found. But anyways, I'm going to investigate and try and find a hidden door, and so I need to stitch on something with borders. The other option is to stitch on something that would have shoes, whether it's a person, because people wear shoes or whatever, and those people are going to make their way upstairs, pretending like they're not investigating, and secretly look at everybody's shoes. Oh, that's what we found. We found a shoe print. So they're going to be looking to see if any of the shoes match, which is probably the right choice. But this one works with what I was planning on working on tonight. So, that is it. I'm going to get to stitching. I promise. If I could just quit yawning. I will talk to y'all later. Good morning, everybody. So I got accomplished what I said I needed to accomplish, so we're moving on to something else. Okay, so here's where laundry room got to. Got some little folding tables. Started on the banner that says never ending. Okay. By the way, the hair is, it's windy and dusty, and it makes me look like lit. Okay. And then I worked on Living with Charm by Lizzie Kate, the dream section. So I got dream done, and I got some more border done. 259 stitches, completed all the things it needed to. Next, we are working on, I haven't actually put them on Q-snaps yet. Well, one is on a Q-snap. So I need something for Cheryl's group that has confetti, so I am pulling out my Heaven and Earth Design Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. I need to look at her. She might fit into another challenge I have where I need ingredients. No. I've got something else for that. Okay, so this is just the confetti, and then we're moving on. Oh, I need to pull out Lady of the Flag, and I didn't. It's okay. We got tomorrow or tonight or whatever. So for the thing that needs ingredients, I'm pulling out Autumn Wreath again, because this is one of the ones I wanted to have done by the end of the year, and I still have quite a bit to go on it. So that is where that one is at. Try this. There we go. So that's where we're at with that one. Still got quite a bit to go on that last quarter there. And it's not exactly lining up, so that should be fun. So those are the two things I'm going to work on right after I eat dinner at 3 in the morning. And I will check in with y'all. I'll try to check in again this morning, but I'm not going to hold my breath because it's already 3, and I usually check in with y'all around 4. We'll see. If not, then I will see y'all tonight. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Thursday, October 10th, and I'm getting ready to stitch. I don't know what my hair is doing today, but I kind of like it. Kind of look like a girl. Like, you know, like I actually did something with it. It's got this fluff that, and I have no idea why, because I've been sweating under a hard hat for the last 4 hours, are turnstiles. So we have these big, like, they look like this, and then the one turns, right? And the people walk through it. They have to scan their badge to unlock it, and then they walk through it. Well, it's, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden it is now rebooting itself every 3 to 5 minutes. And for a minute after it reboots, no cards will work, and everybody was locked in. And everybody was trying to leave to go home from a hard, long day of working in the sun, and they were not happy. So, wasn't anything I could do except go, okay, and now try your card. It was a mess. Fighting with people who want to argue with me and not listen to me. I think I'm a pretty easy person to get along with. They come through every morning and I've got a smile on my face. I tell them good morning. I tell them to have a good day. You get on my bad side though, and I can be very firm. Okay, moving on. I did get done with my mini Alice in a Dolly Dream last night. Gotta get close to the glare. These 2 boxes are done. That's 200 stitches and moving on, although it was kind of hard to stop there because I kind of wanted to finish out the diagonal. Anyway, so there is the start on page 2 of that. Okay, so now I'm going to be working on, for 200 stitches, Autumn Wreath. To get one of my challenges done that needs ingredients. So the ingredients for this food, of course, will be pumpkins, maybe even some, I want to say these are little cherries, cherry berries, things like that. So I will be using that for ingredients. And then, let me see. I think I have a plan. I was talking to Cross Stitch Addict, something on Instagram, and she was taking, what I wanted to do for the 24 hours of cross stitch was put one strand into each of my projects so that all of them are up to date. Like I could say they were worked on this month, because that just really bothers me. And so, I only got through a few because I was so busy that weekend, but she was like, well, I may go ahead and continue to do that till I've touched all my whips. She's like, and I said, I'd be very interested in seeing you work on all your projects. And she said, well, why don't you still do it? So let's see. That's done more than... Okay, I don't think I'll worry about that one. So after I put the 200 in on this, I think I will hop around projects. I will go by the last time I worked on them. And like the oldest, the one I haven't worked on in the longest, and move through and put in a strand or two on each for that and see how far we get. So I'm not... I'll pop on every like 3 or 4 projects and be like, did this one, did this one, did this one, put them up, pull out 4 more. So, so I may be checking on in quite a few times tonight, because it doesn't take too long to put just a strand in. I'm not even going to put them on Q-snaps. I'm going to stitch them in hand just to get it going faster and see how many I can get done tonight after I get done with the 200 on Autumn Wreath. So, I'm going to get to working on that, and I will check back in with y'all on my next update. Morning, everybody. So you can probably hear it's raining really bad, which is going to make it hard for y'all to hear me, for me to hear myself. So I'm not going to be able to check in and show you everything I've worked on tonight. I'll try and do it tomorrow. Sorry. Talk to y'all soon. All right, everybody. Good morning. I just dropped something and I don't know what it was. Oh. It has stopped raining, so you can hear me. Sorry about that, but I also thought it'd be kind of neat for you to hear. It got really intense for a few minutes. So I have no idea what to expect when I walk out there to go to work today. I do know it's 42 degrees, storming. Yay! Okay. Oh, and the first day that we're locking people out if they're late. Should be an interesting morning. I don't know if the turnstiles have started working yet. Okay, moving on. We don't need to think about all that. So, we got 259 stitches into this because I needed 250 for the newest Halloween thing, which was, well, no, I take that back. I needed 250 for something else. Oh, I think because this is an ingredient, that's 250. So then I need to go back and fix it that I did 259 on the Halloween thing, and then 250 for, or 200 and something. Whew, I'm totally lost, for the pumpkin patch puzzle thing. So that's where Autumn Wreath is at. Now, so my next thing is I decided to go through and start putting a strand or two into various other projects that haven't been worked on in a while. I started at the top of my list. Where's my list? Where did my list go? Okay. So what I do is I have a spreadsheet with all my whips. It's going to start raining again. And it has the last time I worked on it, on the project. I update it every so often. So the first 2 I haven't worked on since March and April, but I didn't have them here at work with me. So I moved to number 3, which was Snowy Owlet. This was a Mill Hill kit. I have no organization. We're a complete mess today. So this was a Mill Hill kit I started for Stitch Mania, and I think the night I started it, I frogged it like 3 times and finally said, you know what, I'm done. And then said I'll frog it next time I go to work on it. So I had to do some frogging first, and then I got a little bit of stitching done. So this is where it's at. It's kind of hard to see at the moment because it's on white perforated paper, but it will get better as I get to stitching on it more. And now that I've frogged it, it'll probably be easier to go back and stitch. But this is what it's going to look like when it is completed. So, let me turn this on. I put 29 stitches into that. I worked with the 2 parked threads, which were the ones I had picked out. I picked them out very carefully, and I was able to restitch them and then stitch some extra. So all in all, 29 stitches in that one. Okay, so then I worked on Key to My Heart. I hadn't worked, oh, I've changed the date, so I can't tell you when the last time I worked on it was. It was sometime before June, though, because the June date, well, I started it in Stitch Mania. So, I don't know. Anyway, here's where it's at. This is Key to My Heart by Stitchrovia and McCondon. And I swapped out the flosses for Victorian mottos that I had. And this is on, it's a mystery fabric of the month from March 2017 from Color Cascades. I got this from Belinda, the Aussie Stitcher, and it is gorgeous. And I'm loving stitching that on it. So, I put 44 stitches into it. The strands go a little bit further when, you know, they're in a row like that. Okay, so next I pulled out, oh, stitching pots. I pulled out stitching pots, but I decided to UFO it, but not really UFO. I'm going to re-kit it because I don't like the fabric. I'm already using this fabric for happiness, and it tortures me every time I pull it out. I don't want to do that to myself. So this was the start I had during Stitch Mania. It wasn't a whole lot. I don't like the fabric. I said, you know what? We'll move it off my whip list back to my kitted new starts. I will find another fabric. We're not even dealing with that tonight. So no stitches went into that. Then, the next one on the list was Pearly Pig. This is one of my Advent animals. And she's one that's very close to done. So putting just one strand in there meant 15 stitches. So I put in this little pink of her leg right there. So, I know she's close to being finished. I probably could have just whipped her out tonight, but I'm saving that kind of stuff for an event or a hashtag, a stitch along, whatever you want to call it, that I'm running in December called Finish That Stitch. So this might even be the first one on my list depending on how this stitching on everything goes. Anyway, so like I'd pull out Pearly, stitch her till she's done. Pull out the next one, stitch it till it's done. Since I was on this, I kind of jumped out of my, you know, by the date and just went to the next one. So the next one on here was Hattie Hedgehog. No. Oh. Okay, so this color that's in her legs, after I clipped it, because I was done using it, I didn't run out of thread, and I started using it over here. So I did the little pink in the cheeks and a part of a leg with what was left and called it good. That was 12 stitches. So then I moved on. The next one's not on this fabric. Finished with this one. But it's all in the same thing, so I pulled it out. The next one I worked on was Cashmere Camel. Again, this is one that is almost done. Need to do something about that. She literally just needs all her back stitching. So I did all the red back stitching. So that's the lines on the 6 and that line right there. Called it done. That's 16 stitches. With back stitching being 2 equals 1. So that's where she is at. Then the next one I worked on was Mary Mouse. She got a little bit of a hand, but I didn't feel like that was enough stitches, so I did do this green over here. And she got 30 stitches. And that's where I'm at. The next one will be Kenny Kangaroo. I'm not sure what color I'm going to pull out. I'm out of time now, so I'm putting everything up. But I wanted to show you all these before I put them up, since it had stopped raining. I plan to continue with this trend tonight and try and get them all updated. I'm going to pull the ones from the house too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 47-ish. I will not be working, I will not be putting anything in the Fox Club because all she needs is beading. I'm not mentally ready to go there, and it'll be good to just knock out all the beading at once for finish that Stitch December. So she will not be being touched. Mini Treasure Hunt bookshelf is still currently UFO'd until the end of the year when I will reevaluate, but my heart is still telling me that I don't need that problem in my life. There are several that I have worked on within the last week, so those, of course, don't have to be touched again. So, we're going to continue with that tonight. And then Cheryl released new homework, but I may give myself, I don't know. We'll see what I can get through tonight. So, and then this weekend, okay, so I work tonight. And then I'm going out of town for a couple days. I will not be vlogging while I'm out of town. I'll just straight up tell you that. We're going camping with me and the kids and my parents and my brother and sister. Which is crazy because a cold front just blew through like an hour ago. So, I don't know. It's going to be cold. So, I might take some stitching with me. It's going to be a quick weekend, so I don't know. But anyway, oh, I found what I dropped. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. I will see y'all tonight, and I hope you're enjoying stitching while watching this. Okay, good morning, everybody. Bringing back the braid everybody likes so much because I was bored. I did not check in with y'all last night because I immediately jumped on virtual stitchers and got busy with that. So I was like, everybody already knows I'm going to be like shuffling through my whips really quick. So I didn't have anything to really show you to start with. But let's recap what I have worked on tonight. So I'm going to have to kind of dig to the bottom of this. But I've got several whips to show you because I've been doing the 1 or 2 strand thing all night. So when we left off, I was about to start Kenny Kangaroo. And I put in those little green glasses there. So Kenny got 34 stitches. There's some green down here too. It doesn't look like 34 stitches, but it is. Okay, and then I had to move to Pierre Penguin. And I worked on this little black wing of his and added 26 stitches. So, and that got me through those 2, which got me through all my Advent animals, and they can go get put up now. Okay, next I pulled out Too Happy. I hadn't worked on this one since I started it in June, I believe. I did it for the 24 hours of cross stitch. This is on 32 count Lagana and Olympus by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I worked on the snow. I gotta find it. So here's where we're at. And so I worked down here on some snow. 35 stitches. So
it's 5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock. Which means my relief should be here anytime now. So let's get through this kind of quickly. This is Too Happy by, don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, moving on. What's next? Well, I worked on Needleworker. Again, just 1 strand popped in there. Ooh, just gotta find it. I just kind of tossed them off to the side when I was done with them. And I was like, I'll put them all back in their packages after I show them on here. Except this one I happen to put back in the bag. So, here is where Needleworker is. I finished up the top of the L and started on the D. And that's where I'm at. Okay. So then next, that was 68 stitches. Next we work with Year of Celebrations by Hands on Needlework. Hands on Design. Back for the 24 hours of cross stitch in June, I started this one. It's January. So I worked on putting the little blue ribbing there on the side. There we go. And that was 35 stitches. Then after that, I pulled out Aberdeen, or Aberdeenshire. It's a big map of a part of Scotland. And I just continued the blue stitches along this border. So that was, and I must have cut the strands really short because I only got 16 stitches out of a brand new strand. I think I was supposed to not do loop method with that. Oh, that's why. It's a kit. I did not clip them. They came like that. And I should have just did a knot instead of a loop start. But anyway. Okay, next I did go ahead and pull out Dashaway, even though it's met its goal for the year. So typically I don't pull it out. I'm giving it an exception here because I'm only putting one strand in everything to get it up to date for October. And so here's where it is at. And this one wasn't even a full strand, if we're being honest, because it was whatever I parked right here. So it was 6 stitches. That was it. Let's see where Dashaway is. This is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It was their Christmas stitch along last year. They're the ones that do the Christmas stitch along I'm working on this year that I love so much. This fabric is by Fibralicious, but does not have a tag, so I can't tell you the name of the fabric. Oh yes, I can. Frosty Mint by Fibralicious. 32 count Lugana. Okay, next I pulled out Owl Dad, and we finished up the word love down there. That's all I got. Super cool. Okay, sorry about that. The card got full, and so I had to empty it real quick. Okay, so what did we just say? We just did Owl Dad. I finished Love. It doesn't have very much more. It is definitely part of the Finish That Stitch December. Next, I worked on Spangled. Again, this has met its yearly goal, but putting one strand in, go for it. You will not even be able to tell because it was literally more black. So much black in this, but it is such a beautiful piece. I love the fabric. I love the pattern. This one's amazing. The fabric is, I know this, Ophelia from Under the Sea Fabrics. 32 count Jobelan, I believe. No, 28 count Lugana. 28 count Jobelan. Somewhere in there, all of the above. Okay, what's next? Oh, 37 stitches of black. Growth rings. This one isn't even off the Q snap yet. So this is Growth Rings by Ink Circles. My own custom color choice there. I don't remember at the moment what they are, but I worked just up here. This is on 32 count linen in Hecate by Under the Sea Fabrics. 32 count linen, yeah. So, and I got 16 stitches in there because I'm guessing it had a parked thread, and I used that thread instead of cutting off a new thread. Okay, next, Alice's Mad Plant by Michelle Bendy Stitchy. I did the white, so it's kind of hard to see, but the white in the clock face and the white rabbit there. Wow, it really doesn't show up. It shows up way better in person than it is on this camera. So just know that. Okay, so that was actually 98 stitches. Because I'm doing this one, I cut the lengths the same no matter what, and it's 1/1, so it goes further. All right, and lastly, I worked on June wordplay from, I know this, With Thy Needle, I think. And I did the word June. I got a little more to go on the J, but I ran out of thread. And that was a fresh strand, so 44 stitches there. So that is my last one. See, I was using this little hoop. That's why I hadn't pulled that other one off the Q-snap. And I was going through them faster. I started to try and stitch things in hand just to not have to take the time to put it on a Q-snap or hoop, but I don't stitch in hand. Do you want to see where this one is at in totality? I would say I'm more than halfway done with this one. Pretty close. Maybe not quite. Getting close though. So there is that. All right, that is everything I worked on tonight. Nothing for challenges. I did stop for a little bit to do our homework discussion, which is on the Virtual Stitchers page. It's not there now. It'll be there tomorrow, but for you, that's like 5 days ago. Not really. Maybe like 3 days ago. We had to record ahead of time because I am going camping tonight, so I will not see you for 2 nights. Be back here on Monday to work again, and so Vicky gave us a sneak peek of homework early so that we could record that video. She was in it with us, so that's why. And then but we're just not posting it till after she posts homework on Saturday night. So that's pretty neat. I hope it helps people. If you have not been over to the Virtual Stitchers Facebook or Virtual Stitchers YouTube, please check it out. I always link it below when I remember to put the links in, let's be real. And my relief's here, so I really gotta go. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is Monday, October 14th. I was gone all weekend. We went camping at the Frio River at Gardner State Park. It was me, my kids, plus a cousin that I took with us, and we met up with my parents and my brother and sister, and just enjoyed a couple days of playing in the river. Even though it was cold, it still wasn't cold enough that we couldn't play in the river. And camping, you know, hot dogs on the open fire, s'mores. It was a really good time, and we had a lot of fun. Didn't do any stitching because I don't take stitching into the wilderness if I don't have to. Which means I got kicked out of the Halloween mystery retreat, or I died, because I didn't get to work on anything this weekend, and that's fine. It's one less thing I have to worry about, as much as I was enjoying it. So we are going to be working on homework tonight. So I've pulled the first 3 that I plan on working on. And because I'm working on them, I'm going to update their dates in the spreadsheet. So these will also count towards the whole putting one strand in, even though I'll be doing more than one strand. You get what I'm saying. And once I get caught up on all the challenges for the week, fingers crossed, then I will proceed with trying to get all the rest of those up to date. The one project I thought I was missing, I have now found. So I'll be working on those. I say cross my fingers because I have tonight and tomorrow night, and then I'll be gone for 2 nights because Ryan has his, I want to say annual MRI, but right now we're doing it every 3 months until we figure out whether or not we're going to leave what he has alone or do surgery on it. So, well, and then I'll have Friday and Saturday. So before I start the challenges all over again, and we'll have to put off the one thread thing a little longer. I think I may continue to do this for a while. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can do it. And just once I get all these updated, then, you know, anytime I finish my challenges, just pulling out and putting one strand in each. We'll see. It's a lot of work, and I don't feel like I get as much progress, so I may not. I mean, I may only do it once every other month to keep them caught up. I don't know. We'll see. You know me, I'm constantly changing my mind, but that's just what's rattling around in my brain. at the moment. Okay, so where's my other piece of paper? I didn't have a pencil, so I had to write on 2 different papers this time. Okay, so the first one I'm going to work on is Fox View. This is going to be for homework for School of Magical Stitches. Something that can win a trophy. And now I'm not entering it in anything, so I don't actually think this can win a trophy. But if it was going to win an award, I think it'd be for originality, because I swapped all the colors in this. None of them are the original colors based on the pattern. And I'm really liking the blues, how they're going together. So I will work on that one first. It's 200 stitches, and then it will get put up. It doesn't fit any of the others, I don't think. Nope. So then I'm going to go with Guardians of Notre Dame. So I have a prompt. I have 2 prompts that need purple stitches, 250 of them. So there's not 250 purple stitches left, but there is over 100. I didn't finish counting because once I knew there was more than half, I was like, okay, we'll start with this, get as many purple stitches as we can, and then find another project to work on. So I will be finishing up this guy with as many purple stitches as I can. And that'll work for homework. I think that's it. I don't remember what number 5 was over there. I will have to look. Oh, it's over here. Okay. All right, and so the third one I'm going to work on actually fits 2 prompts also. This is Sugar Cookies by the Cricket Collection. Like that. Because, let's see, number 4. Oh, a food that you could gift to other people. I can send them a tin can full of sugar cookies. And also, is that the other one? Oh no, for the Daily 30 group, something that's title is 2 words or something that is made from 2 words. So the title of this is Sugar Cookies. 2 words. So 200 stitches in that, and it will cover both of those homeworks. So that is all I have on the Q snaps right now. I, of course, have a whole list of other projects in order to get homework done, but we'll start with these 3. That's 650 stitches that I need to do, and then we will check in and move on to the next thing. I know I have packages waiting for me in the mail that I can show y'all tomorrow. What else? I think that's it. Pretty sure. So I'm gonna get to working on this stuff, and I will check in with y'all here in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 15th, and it's time to go home. Not really. I've still got like a few hours before I have to go home, but it is the end of my shift. So, what did we get accomplished today? We're good, but we're not great, okay? So, here's what happened. I started with Fox View, and I got 200 stitches in it, and look at how adorable he is. He's still missing an ear. We're working on it. Check back tomorrow. Not really. I don't think I'll work on this tomorrow. Check back next time I work on it. He is adorable. So that one is ready to get put up. Next, I worked on the purple in Guardians of Notre Dame for a couple tasks anyway. And I got all the purple stitched. And that was only 130 stitches. So I still need another 120. No, another 70. I have to look at that event. I think it's purple or green. Anyway, but the one I need purple for School of Magical Stitches only needs 200, and that's 130. So 70 more stitches. So for that, this evening, I will pull out, I'll get some here, Welcome to Christmas. It's not what it's called. It's what I call it. And work on some purple wood fencing. And hopefully there's at least, I'm pretty sure there's at least 70 stitches there. So I will put that on the Q-snap here in a minute, and we will work on it tonight. So then the last thing I worked on was sugar cookies. And I needed this because it's the food I'm going to share with people, or with a friend. But I purposely did the green stitches because another event needs 250 green stitches, and there it is. So I think that's why I was saying I think it's green or purple. So since I did this one, I may not need to do 250. On the other one, just 200. So those are what I stitch on today. I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you. I don't know. Okay. There's like this brown line. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to make it go away. But I only noticed it in the camera. Anyway. Okay. I am going to get everything cleaned up. Get these off the Q-snaps and my next project's on the Q-snaps so that we can do a quick check-in tonight and move this right along. So thank you for joining me, and I will check in with you tonight. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is the last day of this vlog. It is Tuesday, October 15th. I will finish this one at the end of my shift tonight. Hopefully try and get it uploaded tomorrow. I don't know, we're going to Houston, so we'll see. Maybe I just won't take my laptop so to upload at home. We'll figure that out. Okay, so first I'm going to show you what I got in the mail today. Two of the packages were super sweet gifts from Belinda Aussie Stitcher for my kids. They each got some lollies, some Tim Tams, and a stuffed animal in a wallet. They just absolutely loved it. I will insert the clip at the end of the video. I had some stitching mail too, however. This came in last week, but I kept forgetting it in the car. I ordered a couple of needle minders from Stitch and Button. Ms. Vicky Gable. She's a complete doll. Okay. And they are Jack and Sally needle minders. All her Halloween stuff has a discount right now if it's in her Etsy shop and it's Halloween. I think it's 10%. Let me see. Oops. Aren't they adorable? Yep, 10%. And this is how you can find her. Pause on that. So, or if you want to join Virtual Stitchers, she's on pretty often. We have definitely gotten her enabled to do all the stitchy challenges and stuff like that. So, one of these is for my sister-in-law and the other one I will keep. I'm going to let her choose which is which. So those are cute. She also puts a free pattern in there. So this is from the work basket. It looks like a pink flower. So that's awesome. Next, this is the one I've been waiting on for a little while. We had some mail problems. Okay. First, I ordered Bindi Stitchy's Hildy's Brew. And she says this is going to be a series, so this is the first one of the series with Hildy. So there's that. And then I got her other one, which was a Christmas ornament, Noel. And I think this is actually the same fabric I'm stitching my Deck the Halls on. It is orderable on 123 Stitch if you don't want to get it from Needleworkers. It is on 123 Stitch website. It's Zweigart Petite Point Linen. Oh, well, mine's not linen, but anyway. I got that. And I ordered her two newest ones today. These came in today, and I ordered the 2 new ones today. And then I got needles, which is so good. I was desperately needing needles. These are John James 20 Petites. It was 50 of them for $13 with Trisha at 3 All Threads if you're interested. She has other ones too. So, and she sent me in a pretty pink package. All right. So what are we going to work on tonight? Well, I discussed with you last night that we're going to use Welcome to finish out my purple stitching. So that needs 70 stitches in it. And then I have put on the Q-snap since I spoke with y'all. By the way, if you can get these corner ones, I got this from Abby Top Knot Stitcher. They are way better than just the opening on the top. Way easier to use. So this one is Pretty Little Paris by Satsuma Street on 32 count Jobelin in Avalon from Under the Sea Fabrics, because I love it. And this one is because we needed something with police, and these little guards, they're the same thing as police, so that'll work. I may have figured out another place to fit that, but that's the one I know for sure, and that's for Cheryl's Daily 33. Okay, and lastly on the Q snaps is Haunted Mansion. Nope. Legendary Creatures. So this one is, I have 2 challenges for 2 different groups for something that flies. And I do believe this hippogriff can fly. And even this thingy, you know, has wings, can probably fly. He's floating, which is a type of flying. So I think it'll fit. Also, it's something to do with not wanting to work on it. Because this is always the one I pull out when they're like, something you don't ever want to work on. This is it. So I'll be working on that one, because even though I don't want to work on it, I want it done. So every time I pull it out for a challenge, it's that much closer to being done. Or at least hit my goal on it for the year, so I can say I accomplished something. So that is it for me. I'll check in, of course, once I get done or moving on or whatever with each of those. We will be out of town the next couple days, so I'm not sure when I'm going to start the next vlog. I'll try if I'm working on stitching while I'm driving in the car, but I'll probably be sleeping because I'll be fresh off work. Yeah, so I will check in with y'all here in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, it is the morning of October 16th. It's the very last time I'm going to see y'all for this week. I did not get near as much stitching done as I should have, but I jumped on Virtual Stitchers and we're sitting there, we're stitching, we're chit-chatting, and they were like, Sammy, there's a 50% off Haid sale, and I said, I don't need any more Haids because I have plenty. And so we got to talking about the Haid sale, and then there was somebody in Virtual Stitchers who had gifted you know, random act of kindness charts to several of us, and so we all decided we needed to reciprocate, send back to her all at the same time. So then we needed her email address, so we put this post up in Virtual Stitchers, and we said everybody needs to put in their wish list email, so that, you know, so we can rack at any point, or any person, not just this one person, but for this specific purpose we wanted to rack her. And for those of you who don't know, a rack is a random act of kindness. It's when you purchase a chart, floss, something for someone else without them knowing about it. So anyways, we all sent to her, and then I sent to a few other people just to put a smile on their face and hope they have a great day. A couple of them were friends, a couple of them were just new people to Virtual Stitchers that I wanted to say welcome, and show them what a generous group of people we are. So after that, I went through anybody that added their email address. I went through their entire wish list to make sure I didn't need to add something from their wish list onto my wish list, even though I need another Haid like a hole in the head. But, you know, you just can't help it. Pattern collecting is as much a hobby as cross-stitching is. So yeah, that took up a good portion of my night. So what did I stitch? I got over 100 stitches 100 purple stitches put in over here. That put me over the 200 I needed for School of Magical Stitches, so that one is done. I just need to upload the pictures. I'm behind on that stuff, but without having service here, I kind of have to play catch up later in the night. Then I started on Pretty Little London, and we added, I don't know, a bunch of stuff around here. So, oh, and a little bit up here. We're trying to get her finished. It's so windy and the wind is whistling through the windows. So there's that one. And now I'm working on, but I've just started, so I have put in maybe 50 stitches or so. In this little guy down here, he is a Kraken, right? Kraken, however you say that. Working on him. I'm going to have to put him up, though. He will come back out Friday when I get back to work. I'm really going to need to play some catch up. I think I'm going to take Deck the Halls with me because it works for so many of the prompts. I can't find my book. Because it works for so many of the prompts, it's pretty easy to stitch on. So I might be able to get a little bit of stitching done on it while we're out of town. But probably not a whole lot because I'll be spending time with family, plus Ryan's doctor's appointment that I'm all nervous about now that it's tomorrow. I don't know what to expect, and that bothers me. So, I mean, I know that it is either we're going to have surgery or we're going to wait a little longer, but usually I have kind of a gut instinct about these things, and this time I really don't know. So yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm going to put all this together and get it uploading today. I hope y'all have a great stitching week. Thank you everyone who comes back again and again. Anybody who's new, thank you for joining me. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. Like, comment. I enjoy it all, and I appreciate you all so much, and we will see y'all next week. Bye.
Can we open it?
Mm-hmm.
Can we whip it?
Mm-hmm.
What intense? That's cute. Got me a new wallet with the koala bear on it. So cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah, some more coat. Oh, yeah. Koala. These are good. I like them. And then some snake saliva. I like those too. Thank you, Belinda. And I got that. Oh, done.